great.
Hey, I am very happy to see all of you. Hello, Benjamin Coker. I'm always happy to see you. Ken, Michael. I am
Interesting.
glad to see all.
So this is great because this
Thomas
is
and Holly back. I'm happy to see you. I always am. Make me smile when I see you. Brian and Billy, Laney. Okay, folks. First, I'll give you just the very, very, very shortest and quickest update from today. I wish that I could be more specific about some things, but I know that there's a thirsty crowd, inquiring minds.
getting there, Bob.
I would tell you that everything went unbelievably well. And it appears to me right now like the only holdup is in getting a relatively small number of applications properly into the system for some testing to be done. I think the company's ready to go in literally every respect. We have, when I say we, the handful of people that you see consistently presenting the business, were each asked a couple of days ago to submit 20 applications to be put into the system and to then have a bunch of testing going on. And just communications. That's all. In our particular case, we submitted a spreadsheet, and the spreadsheet, instead of being individual applications, today the developers came back and
said, "This is a private
individual applications." And so Samantha's preparing them right now from the spreadsheet to send over. It's literally when I say it's a day-to-day thing, it's a day-to-day thing that people like us, Samantha and I, and others like us, need to comply completely with how they've asked to have the material delivered, which we thought we had done. I mean, Samantha's done incredible work getting everything there. All they had to do is copy and paste, but they came back and said, no, we want.
So if you're going to get in here, use one of these names
being printed and sent in today.
And just put iPad.
There are a couple of others like us, just like that. And it's not a large number of applications in total. It's 50 applications in total, something like that. But they all have to be put into the system. They have to be put into the system manually. And then there's a bunch of testing that has to go on. Does the testing take 24 hours? Does it take 48 hours? I don't know the answer to that. If I was a software developer, I could probably tell you that. I can say that Bob is critically aware, and we've had a conversation about it, that there are people who've been working since February 17th or since February 18th who don't just need the money. Need doesn't somehow describe the pressing situation for some. And Bob is aware of that. I am aware of that. We are all aware of it. I wish that I could give you a definitive date right now. I cannot. What I can tell you is that I am absolutely certain of a straight up vertical launch. That's what I can tell you. I'm completely confident of a straight up vertical launch. Today, we did have the opportunity.
Straight up vertical launch. What the hell?
In fact, I'll just chat with you guys. I don't think we have any candidates out here tonight, so I can just talk to you. And so, Samantha, you don't need to worry about videos. But what we did see a tutorial of the back office and in live in real time, and it's absolutely beautiful. And you can't get all that excited about it in the back office. You wouldn't see.
Here we go.
It's just the reporting. The reporting is absolutely exceptional. To tell you, every single time you send an email, there's such robust reporting that tells you not just did a person open it, but they tell you what is the percentage of bounces and what caused the bounce. I mean, the diagnostics are just literally incredible. It's absolutely over the top. I've not seen anything like it. And I think that and everything that the back office function does, showing you the cycles that are pending, cycles that have gone ahead. I mean, on and on and on. The back office compensation plan, one of the things that's quite frequently difficult for people in direct selling is they'll receive a check or receive a commission payment, but it really can be quite difficult. In fact, I would say somewhat consistently, it's difficult to then be able to identify what was the compensation plan component that was triggered to generate the check. And quite frequently, one just sort of has to take the company's word for it, because you can't really identify the truth. The reporting is absolutely extraordinary. You'll be able to see in a click of a button, without any confusion, what caused the commission, why is it there, what would have made the commission be bigger, and it's quite extraordinary. I've never seen anything quite like it.
Really?
And so I was extremely happy with all of that. I was also happy with this next stop, as most of you know.
See my name on the screen?
Samantha and I was here. She was not here with me. I was here maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago. And what we were tasked with this time, we were asked to come back, but not to bring the same group of people, to bring different people than were here 4 or 5 weeks ago. And just an amazing group of people that were there. They were people like you. I mean, there were some absolutely extraordinary people. And when I'm already impressed, I'm already impressed, not just impressed, but over the top enthused about what's going on. And so in each one of my little conversations with people during and after, I did my very best not to expose my enthusiasm.
I'm in the meeting with my camera on.
What did you like? What are the warning points for you? What were the challenges? And I'm telling you, all I heard was just good news, just good news, good news, good news, good news. And one person that was there, you guys have heard, I told the story a couple of days ago about the Modair leader who literally had his heart broken, had $1.2 million in volume still down line of him, the day before they went broke or before they pulled the plug. And that was producing a real nice check, and it wasn't all volume down one leg.
So I've got my camera
fully
on and my name,
making
and I'm in this
substantial amounts of
meeting.
money. And I mean, he was giving us some total of 48 hours notice that he's not getting paid anymore. That's like a real big hit. And when I talked to him first 3 days ago, he was so completely disillusioned with the entire industry. Never again am I going to do something like that. To 2 days ago, okay, I see it, I get it. And then he made the effort to be here today on very, very, very short notice. And I can tell you that he's going back home, and tomorrow he will begin launching a really, really, really big organization.
A really big organization.
When somebody says, "What do I think?" What I think is of relatively little importance. What is of greater importance is what did the people think who were there?
This is hilarious.
And I don't know what all the conversations are that Ray that you've had with Ali, but my impression was that Ali thought it was one unbelievable thing. In fact, why don't you just turn on your mic and just give us a little report of what you heard from Keith and Ali, because I think that would be instructive.
I want to actually turn on my mic and see if I can do this.
Oops, do I have to ask you to unmute? Hold on here.
I'm going to switch mics so I can yell at him. 1 second.
Ask to unmute. Try that.
Leave.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I had about 4 teammates that were actually there today, and every one of them, Randy's just absolutely over the
Randy is on. I'm just helping.
Hey, Samantha, can you mute, please?
Oops, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
That's okay. Samantha can interrupt us anytime. Listen, they're just over the moon, Randy. I mean, they see this just like you do.
This is a private meeting.
They know when they're seeing something absolutely up close and personal. They met Bob,
the company that
Christy,
tries to do copyright
Samantha, and a lot of other leaders. I can't contain their excitement. Right now, I was a little bit distracted. I'm talking to Ellie on WhatsApp while you're presenting. So he's saying, send me this, send me this, send me this. He's at a hotel restaurant, and he's recruiting people.
Yeah. It was a very, very, very impactful day. It was impactful for people like me who've been in the industry forever, and have heard the same, time after time after time. The message seems so very similar. This message is not similar. It's just different. It's not like anything that I've heard before. It's not, there's none of the typical hyperbole and fluff. I mean, the fact is that the company did $103 million in sales last year, and all of that volume is basically banked right now. There's a 0% chance that anything happens except straight up. I mean, nothing else can happen. I've never been a part of something like that. Nothing can happen except that it goes straight up on the very first day. And with the combination of 2 things, well, actually 3 things are happening. One thing that's happening, we don't see it being evidenced yet. It's not tangible. We can't point to a whole lot of people who are signing applications or buying the product purely to use it in their business, not to use it as a network marketing income opportunity. We don't see that yet because there's no reason for a person to buy when it's not available. Right? A network marketer would understand why you should act today in advance of the company being open. But a person who's going to use this product in their real estate business, their mortgage business, or their dental practice, there's no urgency for them to submit an application today in advance of the company going live. In fact, there's absolutely no reason to do that. If you're wanting to use it in your business, then logic says you should wait until you see it. There is no logic that says you must get in here first.
That's right.
And so what I'm seeing is an incredible buildup of demand among people who simply want to see that email. They want to use it in their business. They want to do this or they want to do that with it, but they're unable to pull the trigger if they're using it for that purpose and they can't see a demo, right? That's logical, isn't it? So the only people for whom this makes sense to be acting right now are people who've been around the direct selling industry. So there's a lot of productivity that is not evidenced in applications, because if I were simply going to use this to grow my mortgage business, why in the world would I be in any rush to submit a temporary application, do all that kind of stuff? Let me give you your credit card. Why would I do that? As opposed to waiting for a week when the system was live and I can see it, touch it, taste it, feel it, use it, trinker with it. So there's an undertow that I think is really big. I think it's like a lot of applications. I think it's thousands of applications that will come in very, very quickly as soon as the company goes live, because most of us have been talking about the product to other people. But in my own case, I don't have any of the people, not one, who are interested solely in using the product for their other business who has submitted a temporary application. There's no reason to. And so, I also believe that there will be a very, very large percentage of those who do enter that way will wind up becoming a participant in the business as well. But the first thing that's happening that you cannot see is I think that there's a great big groundswell of applications that will be evidenced within 4 or 5 days of it actually going live, because people want to see the product. They want to see it. They want to receive an email. They want to see the template. They'd like an example of the reporting. I mean, I'm 100% confident that you guys are already hearing those same things that I'm hearing. And so there's a great big backlog of that out there. It gives me a lot of confidence because I think that will result
this guy's just so full of shit.
The fact is that first time
these people that
business
stupid?
Participants have greater enthusiasm than people who are going at it their second time, their third time, their fourth time, their fifth time. They don't have any of the safety nets in place. They're not afraid.
Put my hand
disappointed,
up.
disillusioned. Brand new people have almost infectious enthusiasm. And so when those brand new people join the network, it will change the way the whole network feels. What I am experiencing right now too, however, is that people like me who've been at it for years and years and years and years and years are feeling something different. I do feel more enthusiasm for this. It's not a bubbly, frothy, momentum-y enthusiasm. It's, holy God, this thing could actually be here 25 years from now. I mean, I absolutely believe that Bob Reyna is positioning this company to be here for a very, very, very long time, for the duration. I mean, that's what he's building. And I just feel like whatever we build, this is without question the greatest chance I've ever seen for a true legitimate multi-generational income stream. You know, one of the guys that I sat beside today, his name is Ruben. Ruben actually also sent by, where's our friend Ray? So Ruben was there. And Ruben's comment that was one of the most impactful comments. It's too bad that not everybody was sitting listening to it, because he's had success in the direct selling industry, but he's listening to all the commentary. And he said, guys, I own a technology company. And people that I built websites for 8 years ago, they still pay their monthly hosting fee month after month after month after month after month. They just don't quit. They just don't quit. And he said, I charge more for that hosting fee than people will be charged here to utilize this service. It is $20 to use this product after that $175 purchase. So there's no reason for anybody to ever click off. They're going to pay $20. So they'll be paying $20 a month 10 years from now. He said, I know that because of what I've experienced in my technology company. And that was really impactful. The idea of building an income stream that really does take on a life of its own and that stays there week after week after week after week, and that makes it when people are not dropping off, if they're not dropping off, and you don't have to put somebody into the top of the funnel today to replace somebody who fell out of the bottom of the bucket yesterday. You can actually have a business of addition and maybe even one day a business of multiplication instead of a business of replacement, which is what almost all of us, even the most successful people in the network marketing industry, by and large, we build a business of replacement. True or false, Ray? Over all the years of your career, we built businesses of replacement, not businesses of addition. And what I see here is a legitimate possibility to create a business of addition as opposed to a business of replacement. And that makes it also, while I don't have any problem. In fact, I've created some of the bubbly excitement for what's going on. But I want you to know that you don't have to have fear of missing some momentum run. Because, Ray, if you miss a momentum run, the next 10,000 real estate brokers out there, they don't even know what momentum is as it relates to a network marketing company, right? And so there will be some who capture this very first spike, and there'll be some who don't capture the very first spike. If you don't happen to capture the very first spike as big as you want to, it's kind of a so what?
So what?
The vast majority of people who hear about that spike are network marketing people, not people outside the industry. And I think the vast majority of our new applications in the future will be people from outside the industry, not from inside. And so what I see is a chance to provoke this momentum cycle that benefits people who need it right now. They need a rapid escalation of income, but not to let it get so spiky and peaky that it overboils and it causes all the problems. But the biggest thing that I want to say to all of you,
Pixels on the screen.
If you start fast, fantastic.
Hello.
But if you start not as fast, that's also okay. Because this is simply not what I remember when I got involved with NewSkim. They told me the company was, quote, going into momentum. That's what I was told. Randy, the company's going into momentum. Well, it turns out it was doing $40 million a month. The company had gone into momentum about 19 months before when it was doing $2.5 million.
This guy is just full of shit.
But they never found a way to replace the message. Right? At $40 million a month, it's going into momentum. No, at $40 million a month, it was just getting ready to flatten out and roll back down the other side. This is just not like that. You don't have to be there before it does 5 million or 10 million or 20 million. Because what's going to fuel the residual income stream will be people who have never heard of a network marketing momentum cycle and they don't care about it. What they care about is this help them get one more customer as a financial services professional? Does it help them get one more customer as a real estate license? I remember, folks, if a person uses this in a real estate business and they get one more listing, one listing. If they're sharing the commission of 6% with another person because there was a buy side and a sell side, well, then it's 3%. And so if they get one $100,000 listing, that's $3,000, folks. And they get half of that. Well, they get the 3,000. How many homes in America sell for 100,000? I haven't seen one for quite a while. They sell for 3 times that, 4 times that, 5 times that, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You get one
6 times, 7 times,
as a
8
result
times,
of
9
using
times, 9
this,
times.
and the product paid for
Pixel.
itself 5 times
Susie
over.
says hello.
That's the future for us.
Momentum.
And that doesn't mean that I have a lesson, a smaller enthusiasm for my peers in the network marketing industry. It's just complete reality, folks. This is not about recycling us guys that have done it again and again and again. That's not what it is. It's about identifying a handful of key critical leadership from inside the industry who can provide the right teaching, coaching, and guidance to all of those who begin using the product for a different purpose and then find out they want to build a network too. And so all of our knowledge and skill is important. But what I'm hoping is that we forget some of the things that we've long learned. The things we've long learned is that the short way home is to
on
call
the screen.
That's one of the ways home. It's not the only way home. So starting next week, something really, really important to start to happen. So anyhow, folks, I'm kind of rambling on here today, but what are my thoughts?
Oops.
My thoughts are that now this is the 4th time that I've been, the 3rd time I've been to Bob and Christie's home, but the 4th time I've been with them. And each time,
he's lovely, isn't he?
Bob has.
Should I put my hands up?
Impressed me more. My respect for Bob goes up each time
I'm
with him. My respect for Bob went up today when I was with him. I respect the fact
he just
that
repeats the same shit all the time.
People of absolutely immense network marketing background try to get him to change his course. He's absolutely resolute. No, we're not changing our direction. This is what we're doing. Commentary about let's do this with the compensation plan. The fire can't even light because there's no oxygen in the room. No, he is so completely firm and resolute in where he is going. And I promise you, folks, that if you hitch your star to Bob Rayner's wagon and go where he's going, you're going to be happy with the destination. Danny, your hands up. Let me click on this thing and turn on your microphone for you. Danny, there we go. Ask to unmute. Give it a shot, Danny.
Yeah, thanks a lot, mate. Appreciate it.
Sure.
I'm an investigative journalist. I work for myself. I did an article on you yesterday.
Oops. It's okay, babe. I'll listen to him. I don't care what he's going to say.
I got removed. They just removed him.
Honey, he's one of the people who's been logging in each night as a heckler and doing spam things and all that. If they're raising a hand, that's what it is.
I know. I heard his voice and I recognize his accent, and it would be okay with me to have a little debate with him, but I don't care. We won't subject you guys to that. He can call me individually.
It's not even worth it.
Okay. So anyhow, I wish that I could come up with a new way to express the changed feeling that I have. The changed feeling that I have being one of deep-seated, not a hypey thing, but deep-seated confidence and comfort.
Here we go.
This Bob Rayner knows how to build great big companies, and I remember that he has owned TalkFusion now since 2007. So what are the things that hurt guys like us in direct selling companies? When ownership and management get greedy and they take private equity money to buy their jets. Well, he's already got a jet.
Here we go.
When they get greedy and they take private equity to do this, to do that. Pretty much all of the things that anybody could want that money can buy, he already has. And so there's none of that. There's no interest in selling to private equity. And by the way, we would know if his interest was in building a company to sell it, we would know that by now, wouldn't we? Because he would have sold it. It's been around since 2007. He's made a whole lot of money. He owns it entirely. There is no debt. And so we know that if he was building a company to sell it, we'd have seen it. And by the way, if you were one of those who wanted to scrape an enormous amount of money off the table very, very fast, then look at the fact that he launched Chiari only 6 years ago, and it now does $2 million in daily sales. He could liquidate that today for a stunning amount of money. Clearly, he doesn't want to. And so if we look at the course of my career, the biggest success still that I've had was a company called Rexall Showcase International, and it was unbelievable. And the guy that owned the company was a brilliant man, but he built it to sell it. And at the 10-year mark, he did. And you know what happened at that point in time? He built it to sell it. That was his right. He's an entrepreneur. And the medical school at the University of Miami is now named after him. But when he built it to sell it, he sold it to a company called Royal Numico. And Royal Numico was expanding its nutrition portfolio on a global scale.
The chat room's not open.
Royal Numico wanted Rexall Sundown. They wanted the vitamin distribution, the Rexall label.
I'm going to rename
They
myself.
didn't want a network marketing company called Rexall Showcase. So they bought Rexall Sundown and they got Rexall Showcase. Exactly 6 weeks later, they bought a company called GNC. You guys have all heard of GNC. GNC owned a network marketing company called Enrich. And so Royal Numico bought Rexall Sundown and they got Rexall Showcase, which they didn't want. They bought GNC and they got Enrich, which they didn't want. And so over the next year,
okay, I'm going to change my username to
perfectly good companies, each doing $500 million in sales, about the same size. Two perfectly good $500 million companies. They merged them into one $300 million company. That is exactly what happened in the next 12 months. And so that was what resulted in. So I talk about in all the positive terms. Why did I leave? I left because my commission check 1 month was $278,000. The next month, the new owner called me and said, we think that's way too much money to be paying you, Randy. And we've changed the compensation plan this, and this way. And next month, your check is $111,000. Well, $111,000 is wonderful unless you're making $278 the month before and the business didn't change, right? That's what happened when an owner decided to sell. That's what happened. And when the owner decided to sell, what ability did I have to get in the way of that? None. Now, the truth is that with some added years and some more wisdom, today I would say, you know what? I can figure out a way to live on 110. But that's not what I said back then. And I just walked away. Well, what happened next? You guys have heard me tell the story, and because I'm positive, I primarily tell the positive side to the story.
Full of shit,
I don't
Randy.
ever intentionally mislead by not also telling the negative side of the story. But what have you heard me say? You've heard me say that a guy named Marvin Ashton started a company called Agile, and he told me that I could get involved before the bottom left-hand corner of the graph, and I gathered together 2,000 applications. The first check was $86,000. You know what? 4 years later, Marvin Ashton decided, I don't really want to own a network marketing company. His son-in-law that he was building it for to run, divorced his daughter, and he dumped it. And once he dumped it, there was absolutely no reason to be there. There was no reason to be there. And so in the case of my first great big chapter, Rexall Showcase, owner sold, chapter closed. Case of my second great big success, owner sold, chapter closed. The next great big success, what was that? Monavie, owner sold, chapter closed. It's worth, and by the way, of the 4 big successes I've had in my life, 3 of them ended because the owner sold. The owner cashed out. In each case is more than $1 billion cash outs. In the 4th case, unfortunately, it was a 32-year-old young man who had made a stunning amount of money fast. And young money is not very smart money. And he crashed a Lamborghini going 160 miles an hour into a post in downtown San Diego. And that ended his life, and the chapter closed. Well, if Bob Brena was going to sell companies, we could look back at his history and we would already know that, wouldn't we? We would already know. There's no evidence of it. Bob's never started a company and sold it. If he started a company, he owns it. And that gives me reason to believe that he's going to own this company for a long time. And there's absolutely no reason to take a cash out. Absolutely none. Oh, and there's somebody saying, cursing, saying bad things. You know what? You guys are so incredibly immature. I find it quite fascinating. Truly, I do. But you know what? I'll just kind of ease you on out of here and wish you get a life, and tell you that I'm not quite sure what you think you're accomplishing. All you're doing is losing any hint of respect anybody might have for you. I'm going to wish that you find something better to do with your time than occupy sessions like this. Okay. He's gone.
Okay, go back to the original sound.
Whatever. Okay, Ray Aaron, your hand's up. What you got to say? Oh, wait a second. I've got to unmute you. I got to unmute you. Go ahead.
Randy, I really hate to do this. You know, I'm technically challenged. Ellie is doing a presentation in India. Now he wants a Talk Fusion PowerPoint presentation in English.
Okay, here we go.
Is it possible Samantha could do that? Over to Ellie.
Just send you the presentation? Sure, I can do that right now. Or I will go and ask Samantha to do that for you. So you just want her to send it to you want the English presentation to
I
Ellie.
don't have it as a PowerPoint, Ray. I just use the PDF.
Well, let's try that. We'll give him what we got. He's
okay.
He'll improvise, and I'm sorry, Randy,
no problem. No problem at all.
Hey, sweetie, this is not really Lainey with the hand up. That's a fake person. That's why you can't let these people in, babe.
Oh man, we have another fake there. You know?
Yes. All right, let's go back.
On WhatsApp, Samantha. We appreciate you so much.
Okay, thank you. You know, by the way, even these little things, there's always something to learn, right? There's always something to learn. So society is full of people who are not encouraged. They're not optimistic. They're not hopeful. They're angry and bitter about
you
something.
need hope and an investment opportunity.
They do not get joy from seeing other people get joy. The real key when things like that happen is
you just
to simply prepare yourself in advance. Know that there will always be opposition whenever something important is happening. There will never be a time when there's not opposition. And one of the keys to me being able to not be discouraged or upset or flustered when all those things happen,
because you've been so successful 300 years ago.
I decided a long time ago. I've decided in advance the way that I'll behave when things don't go the way that I want them to go. And so something like that comes up. Well, would I prefer that didn't happen? Yes. But I've decided in advance that it does happen. I'm not going to get upset. I mean, because what is the point? Then that person won. If I don't get upset, then that person doesn't win. So just decide in advance the way that you'll react when something doesn't go the way that you want it to go, knowing in advance that plenty of things are not going to go the way we want them to go. You know, that's going to happen, and at least in small measures, almost every day. But back to that prior dialogue.
Prior vomit.
Deep current in me that believes that the work we do today will pay us for a long time. That is what I've become increasingly convinced of. And that is the driving force for me. That's the driving force. I mean, you folks all know that Samantha's many years younger than me. Bosco is a young boy. And I need an income stream that goes on when I cannot work or when I cannot breathe. Right? That's what I need. I need an income stream that goes on long after I don't go on. And so the reason that my commitment to this has so far gone up at every interaction is because so far at every interaction, I'm seeing Bob Reyna at making the decisions and evidencing that this is not a short-term play. The fact that there's not a single vendor, and they don't have a vendor in the IT department. Every single line of code has been written by this company. They're not buying and picking and plugging the modules that run most compensation plans. They're not dependent upon an Exego or anybody else. The entire management group, they've all been with Bob since 2007. This is a very, very, very seasoned team of people who have been with each other through thick and thin and just through a lot. And the daily fluctuations and the ebbings and the flowings of things that can make you happy and that make you sad, Bob, at least from what I can tell, seems completely and absolutely impervious to it. I mean, either gets especially impressed or excited when something goes fantastic, and he doesn't get visibly at all negatively impacted when something doesn't go well. It's just kind of the same.
Okay, I'm telling you, this meeting's being streamed now.
Next step forward. This
will be funny. Listen to him read this.
The very most important thing that I can do for you guys tonight is to get the rest of these paper applications filled out, completed, and turned over to the company, which we are working on right now. It shouldn't take us too long to get those done.
Here we go. You should be reading them.
I'm hoping that my peers all do likewise tomorrow. And if that happens, if all the applications are in, that the company's waiting on it, again, it's not a big number. It's 50, 60 applications. If those are all in tonight and tomorrow, and then I have reason to believe, based on what I saw and heard today, that the testing process will be another couple of days. And I think we're really, really close. Bob is very careful. He's very careful about saying a date. But I think the next surprise will be an early surprise, not a late surprise. That's what I think. I think the next surprise is an early surprise. But I'll keep you posted every step of the way. And I'll tell you what I believe to be true. And if I find out something I believe to be true is incorrect, then I'll tell you that. And I know how urgent it is for all of you. So all those things said, I'm going to go and help Samantha get these applications done, get them turned in. We're going to do our very best for all of us. And I'm going to do everything I can to get the income wheel turning for you folks the very first possible second. Okay. See y'all. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. See ya. Bye. Scammers. This is quite funny. Scammers. Bye. I'm waving goodbye to them. They can't see me, but you can't see me. Hang up.
You can send Ellie the. Okay.
Oh, I've got the wrong camera showing.
I'm keeping them in order on purpose. Sorry.
See ya.
No.
She's left
There
the
are
camera
just
on.
those 3 company videos and then everything that we've made.
You what?
There are just the 3 company videos and then everything that we've made. So no, nothing like that exists. I mean, you could make one for him real quick. It would take 3 minutes, right? If you wanted to.
They don't realize their Zoom's still going. This could be interesting.
He's going under.
I mean, the one slide says it.
Listen carefully.
Well, I know, but he wants a video. He's not asking for a slide. He's asking for a video.
What it says here, cost, volume, a very short video on product packages, cost, volume, commission, and description in a simple chart or on a few slides.
Oh, so yeah, just send him the slide.
Listen carefully.
They're in the Facebook group. Yep. Everything's there.
She doesn't know her meeting's still
Not
going.
all of the foreign things yet, but no files.
When she realizes, they'll think, fuck, what did we say? Come on, spill the beans. Yeah. They're going to have a private conversation. Kim Parrish is still listening. I was waving goodbye, thinking, oh, this would be good. And then I realized they didn't hang up and I can still hear them talking. And it's his wife's left the connection open. He can't get any better than this. It's worth sitting here for 2 hours waiting for them to have a conversation about something they shouldn't and to get it on film and broadcast. This is hilarious. Come on. Don't look at your computer. They've obviously got 2 computers and she's left hers open.
Susan Guthrie is calling me.
What?
Susan Guthrie is calling us. I have no idea what for.
Oh.
She was calling me, but usually she starts with one and then goes on to the next. 4342
4342
560 5640.
Get that phone number, Bob. Get that phone number, Bob. Listen to the replay. Get that phone number and ring them up.
152 4130.
Let's do a search for that person. I can't believe she said their phone number as she's ringing it. Come on, spill the beans. It's like listening. It's like spying on people. Can't get any better than this.
Makes sense for you.
I already did. Actually, I just ate it cold earlier when they brought it home.
Here we go. Come on.
If you're gonna put that in there, you have to put some foil or something down first.
Giving him cooking instructions.
It's in this drawer over here, this top drawer over here. Yeah, you have to put foil. Okay. Nope, it's in this top drawer right there. Nope. Next to the microwave, next one down, the big one.
This is like proper spy stuff. Kim is also listening in, which is quite funny. I don't know who Kim is, but there's a lady in there called Kim. I might go gallery view. John Taylor. Who's John Taylor?
Is there no foil in there?
There's no foil in there. Let's hope they keep working so we can hear what they say. Because that's going to be funny. Anyway, we'll keep monitoring that. Wouldn't it be awesome if they spilt... Oh, Mars Honda Henderson's back again. She just kicked me out of her room. Nope, she's busy at work today. She must be doing a nighttime training session. Well, we have a hidden cam, a hidden microphone in the house of Randy. I can't even say his last name. This is kind of secret spy stuff.
You had sent Dr. Joe and Lee, but I cannot find them. ...
Hey, Chuck, here you go, mate. Hey, I'm free tonight if you are, Chuck. Helen's just told me she's going away. So, if you don't know what's happening, is we've just been on a Zoom meeting and they've hung up but forgot to turn off the Zoom meeting, and this is a scammer. And we're now listening to his wife and him cook dinner. You can't make this shit up. And send you an ex-policeman, Chuck. Is this legal? Just asking. Simple question, simple answer. So every now and again you hear us speak and I'll shut the fuck up as soon as they speak. Come on, the food will be hot now. Imagine if they start talking about me and what I said, and then she starts looking on the internet and realize that they find my YouTube channel, and then they see that their meeting is still live. That would be cool. Hey, did we have a phone number for this guy? That would be quite interesting. Wonder if he's ringable. Did you get that phone number, Bob? Are you still awake? Yeah, quite cool. I'm just going through my Zoom meetings on another one. Just to make sure we've got ourselves covered. Well, yeah, let's see if we can search for his phone number. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? Oh, I wonder if I have his phone number. I don't think I do, but never do. If I do, I'll ring him up. That'd be funny. And then, so what we need to do is need to go to, I'll see if I got the guy's phone number, Randy. Just did an expose on him yesterday, didn't I? So chances are relatively high. Let's have a look. Americans, I presume he's American. I don't think I actually built a profile on him. Randy. After all that. Randy. Come on, somebody, let's find his. That would be funny. So I haven't made a profile on him, but I did set up Talk Fusion. And this might be a real roundabout way of doing it, but I have actually got a list of people that were in that meeting, and they've put their email addresses in there. I'm just wondering if any of those people have set up their email addresses as iMessages. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Just test the first one. Nope, not the first one. And then I'll send them a message saying, hey, you haven't got Randy's phone number by any chance, have you? But that could be a long shot, but you never know. Nope, that didn't work. But I will try it and do a search, and just out of sheer luck, it would be friggin' hilarious if we did manage to get his phone, his name, if you know what I mean. Randy. Where did I put Randy? Randy. Try to keep you guys occupied while we spy on people. Okay, what have we got? Randy. This is worth its weight in gold. You never know what we're going to hear. They might tell us the scam and how they're making their money. Okay, let's see if we can find his number. I presume he's in America, so it'll be +1 something. Phone. Phone. Marketing. Oh, I think I found his phone number. Trust. Let's see. Blue Trust. I think I might have found his phone number. I'll just go edit and see whether we can have some fun here. Right, let's go here. Plus, cancel list. Spamdemic. And I'll just put his name in here. List, new contact. Randy. Right, add phone. +1, and now we've got a phone number here. Now I won't say this one out loud, but let's have a go. TranzactCard. We'll hear it ring, and that will confirm it. 6 secret scroll stuff. Right, let's go, and let's see if we can message him. So we'll ring him first.
I know. They definitely didn't need to buy another one.
All right, let's have a look at other phone numbers here.
But date tomorrow.
Andy. Date tomorrow. Checking his Facebook page. A whole lot of suggested phone number. Anyone got? Oh, you've got his phone number? Ooh. Let's ring it. Okay, let's do that. Thank you. This will be funny. And I'll ring him up and say, look, we're investigative journalists. We're currently investigating you. 990. Thank you. Okay, let's see.
Hi, this is Randy Schroeder. Sorry I can't take your call right now. I'd like to be optimistic and tell you I'm going to call back, but it's not likely. Send me a text. I'll get back as soon as I can.
Hey, mate.
The mailbox.
All right, his mailbox is full, but I can send him a text. And I'm going to send him a text via mobile. Hello.
Oops, the fridge is open. That's why it's beeping.
The fridge is open, everyone. All right, so I'm going to actually go to my blog. I've just sent him a text. That is his phone number because I've just rung it. And now I'm going to somehow bring up my blog. And I'm going to get the blog I did about him yesterday and text it to him and see if they talk about it. This is pretty high-tech stuff. Thank you so much, Jolly Snack. You are awesome. Let's see if we can get this happen before. I've done so many blogs lately, I can't go back to, here he is, Randy. Okay, so this will be funny. So he should get my text, but his phone went straight to answer phone. And then I'll send it to him via WhatsApp as well. Hopefully I don't lose my WhatsApp. So this is going to send him. I've just sent him a text of the blog I did yesterday. So it'll be interesting to see. And I'm going to do a FaceTime call with him. Nelo Life. I've already got his phone number, would you believe? Even though I didn't know it. He's hung up. And I'm going to call again. So he's actually got is working on FaceTime. So his computer or his phone will be ringing him. And hopefully they'll start talking about this phone call that keeps coming in. I can't hear anything ringing in the background. How did you get that phone number, Jelly Snack? Okay, so I'm ringing him on FaceTime. He's already hung up once. And now it's just ended. I'm going to send him a voice thing. G'day, Randy. Would you give us a ring, please? We'd like to discuss the article we wrote about you yesterday. And I'll send that through. Oh, she's ended it. Didn't see it. Oh, bugger. Ah, that's a shame. So that was hilarious. So I've tried ringing him. That didn't work. Never mind. That was pretty cool. So obviously they've finally figured out that they were live. I've now got his phone number, and we've obviously put his name in there. So let's take this opportunity to actually build a bit of a profile on him anyway, because I didn't actually have one, as you didn't notice. So let's just use that one there. Website, Milanote, and we're going to go persons of interest. We're going to go template, right click, duplicate, and we will have template profile. First thing we'll do is space Randy. Now, I presume he's definitely in America, not Canadian. ROEDOO, USA. Oh, he might not be. He might be Canadian, because I know I'm not the only one that's gone after him, and there's a Canadian lady that's gone after him, mate. So CHORDER. And suppose I'll need a picture of him now. So this was his wife, which was just broadcasting live on the internet. Oh, that's a terrible photo of them both, isn't it? Surely we can do better than that. Let's just have a refresh. What have we got there? Oh, that will do for now. That one there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That one there. And put that down there. And now what we need to do is go back to the opportunity that we had there. So we saw him promoting his new thing as Talk Fusion yesterday, didn't we? So we're going to go to there, and Ponzi schemes will scam. And we know he's been rampant at doing other ones, but I don't think I've got them all listed there actually. So when we go to here now, we'll be able to go to Ponzi Schemes and Scams, go to Talk Fusion, and we're looking for marketers, or I presume he's a founder. And we go in here and we put a link and we put them in there. It's cool. Now we've linked that all together. Now the other thing we really want to do is go to my blog here, and we'll actually go to Randy, and we're going to look here, and we're going to go to Talk. Oh no, we'll go to, actually we go to there. We'll put that blog in there so we know who he is, and then we'll go to persons of interest, and we'll go to Randy. Randy here, and we'll just put him over there. Right, so there's Randy, and we've got a bit of a build up on him. And one thing I will do is just put his phone number in the play, which I won't put on screen from previous experience. And I will put him in there. And now we have Randy's phone number, so we can do prank phone calls on him next time. Can't believe you didn't give that to me sooner. Anyway, so that's pretty cool. So I've got his phone number. Right, we've got his phone number kept under lock and key. Bit of a profile on him. So if you know any information about him, please do send it this way. Do we know his wife's name? What was his wife's name? Was Jelly Snack. Hold on. Oh, you gave it to me earlier on. I didn't even see it. Sorry about that. Bit of a laugh, bit of a laugh, bit of a laugh. So I'm just going to shut that down, and we're going to go through here and shut down these things as we go. So that was a video we did yesterday on them. If we've got the, I think what I might do is I might just add another video in and put that below. I'm going to chop up these videos, and so we have a bit of a portfolio on him and videos. So we've got some video evidence of him being a stupid idiot, not doing anything illegal, by the sounds of it. That's what we need to do. We need to actually go back and link these links to all these people. Oh my goodness. Is his phone number just on the screen then, is it? I think it is. Where is it? Where'd you go? His phone number's actually on the screen. Oh, brilliant. He's also got, oh boy, silly me. That wasn't that hard to find, Jelly Snack. Phone number there, and now we've got obviously Facebook page. Where is that one going to be? And the email address, which is a me account, which is even better, me. And what are we going to go back and get there? We've got Nelo Life. Oh my goodness. So he's even got like Nelo Life still. What has he got there? We'll just grab his Facebook. So he's got that. Oh, goodness me. So he was heavily promoting that. How crazy is that? So now we're going to use this as in his profile and see whether we can find him. Show card. I'm going to put his email there and his last name as well. And I'm just updating his things. So now we've got, so now I'm going to give him another ring on FaceTime and see whether he answers. I'll ask him if he's enjoying his dinner. And I'll do another one. Brilliant. Going to see if I can share his computer as well. You can't see what I'm doing, but delivered. Now, when you're on a Mac, if he's got a Mac, you can actually share your screen with somebody. So I like to send those requests through, but you can ask to share their screen, and if they don't know what they're doing, Cool again. But he's got an iPhone, which is even better, which is brilliant. Quit that. So let's see if he wants to. Hello. Are you there, Randy? Stop eating your dinner that you just got out of the microwave and answer your fucking phone call. Oh, friggin' hell. Oh, it's a laugh. Stop. How does he know I'm eating my dinner? Yeah. Yeah, the microwave. Yeah, that's friggin' hilarious. All right, guys, I think we're just about done. But anyway, we've got enough information here to actually harass the guy now, which is what we're all about, harassment. So he was heavily involved with Nelo Life, which is something that's stupid. And here he is on the stage in his lovely white, lovely colour suit and all that sort of carry on. What a dreamer. He knows how to handle the critics, he says. Well, let's see about that in a few not too distant future.